Well, a 6-game unbeaten run in League One up until this point rather goes in a very disappointing manner. I suspect there is a lot, Darren, that you weren't happy with today.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost unrecognisable performance, in particular the first half. Miles away. It was a really, really poor team performance. So I'll need to look at it and get the reasons why. We didn't get anywhere near them. We didn't lay a glove on them. We had 1 or 2 opportunities that you're always going to get with some of the, Madison in the team. But yeah, it was a hard one to explain because stuff we'd worked on, and it just almost looked like we'd no energy about us. Nowhere brave enough on the ball. Just all in all, a really poor performance.
Yeah, I guess the word you look for and seems the obvious one is tired, but surely we can't be speaking about that.
No, I'm not. No chance. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's how it looked.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, we have to obviously find a solution to that because it's one that surprised me. I shouldn't be surprised anymore, really, but it was certainly 1 a million miles away from what we're being given.
Yeah, and fans obviously they just don't see what goes on in the training ground. I know you'll see what goes on in the training ground, and it's nothing like what was on the pitch today. It's just a bolt out to the blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just an overall really poor team performance. There's too many gaps, distances were wrong, we're not good enough on the ball, didn't find the spaces in the areas that we wanted to. Had a bit of a go late on, but that's always going to happen when teams are 2-0 up. They're always dropping deep. And I thought, yeah, Ivan had a go because he's physical. I thought Marcus was the only one that looked like producing anything. We changed formations 3 times. Why I'm having to change formation 3 times is beyond me, but I had to. And I take the substitutes out of that because it wouldn't be fair on them. The ones that come on, I thought Dembele, Kanu looked lively. Tom was obviously, this last 10 minutes was struggling. But yeah, I'm scratching my head. It's real disappointment. Come back to Doncaster, given previous club. I don't think I deserved that off my team.
Yeah. Obviously went with the diamond at half time. As you say, you changed it up at half time. Do you feel like in that first half, I mean, specifically Taylor really had a lot of space and was causing Mason a lot of problems?
Well, the issue we had was from the first moment, Taylor's gone. Well, my fullbacks really struggled today, and I think that was a problem area. But look, we've got Fraser back. We'll have to see how Tomo is. Look, at the end of the day, we've got a squad, and people have got to perform on a consistent basis, I feel, to stay in the team. I mean, at half time, I could have made a lot. I can only make 3 subs, and really I can only make 2 at half time because you've got to have a spare one. But no, we have to hold our hands up today and say that was an unacceptable performance by us.
And the change, the final one when you brought Idris Kanu on for Mason, was that almost? It looked like it was 3 at the back, Kanu on the right, Dembele on the left. Was that almost let's just go for it?
Well, at that point I have to do something in terms of we went to 4-2-3-1 with Dembele and Madison wide, and then when we went to 3 at the back, that was probably the most threatening we looked. And I just I had 5 attackers on really, because at that point I'm thinking, well, if we can get 1 goal back, we've seen ourselves in last week, then that'll make them a little bit nervous, and I had to go for it really. But apart from possibly a shout for a penalty and the offside one, Marcus hit the post. Look, we're miles away today, and it was a really disappointing day for us today.
And I know you mentioned, Marcus, there was that outrageous ball for the double bar hit that Ivan Toney had in the first half, and then in the final sort of 5-10 minutes, a couple of the ball in for Toney for the offside, the one that hit the post. Lots of what was in between, the delivery, and I know we've been spoiled recently, but maybe not quite up to Marcus's normal standards.
Well, you know what, with Marcus, people can everyone's got an opinion on Marcus, and my opinion is that he's one of the best players I've worked with, without a shadow of a doubt. And what I like about Marcus is he's got courage. He takes the ball, he tries things, he excites you, he always gives you a chance in games to get goals. We didn't have enough of that with the rest of some of the players today. We didn't have enough courage. Disappointed me massively. Real huge disappointment. I can't tell you how much, and that came from nowhere, that performance. But I hope that we can't get a repeat of that. We'll have Fraser back next week. He's fit. Boyd will be fit. So we've got young Burrows that obviously comes into my thinking, because some of the performances, I'm not going to accept that, and the players can't accept that either. We hope it's a one-off, but it's for everyone and the fans. I mean, for them to turn out in the numbers they did, they've seen some really good performances this season. But today we let them down as well.
Yeah, quite the come down when you think of what you were standing here saying a week ago after a 6-0 victory.
Well, look, we've won games. We lost our first 2 league games, and I think, I'd take responsibility for that in the sense that the balance of the team didn't look great. And saying that, the performances weren't good. So players have to take a level of responsibility. We tweaked it and we've gone to a diamond. We should have beat Ipswich last minute, obviously. We then went 4 on the bounce, clean sheets. The level of performance wasn't anywhere near as good on Tuesday, but today that's what has happened. We cannot play like that and expect to win a game of football. You're not going to do it, regardless of who you play against. At times, we made Doncaster look like Barcelona. It was incredible what I was watching. So, a huge disappointment, as you can see. My job's now to analyse it and then look at picking a team that obviously plays with a lot more of what we're about against Wimbledon.
As you said, Nathan Thompson really struggling, always playing with one leg, final 10 minutes. I suspect he would have come off a long time before had you had a sub. What's it, 5?
I think he's pulled his groin, and obviously he was fair play to the boy for staying on. But like you say, he can hardly move, so we'll have to have a look at it. Obviously it's too early to say, but when I spoke to him coming off, he felt he's tweaked his groin. So that would be a big blow for us, because obviously it's another body shot.
And you did mention George Boyd, but forgive me, you're hoping to have him back for Saturday?
He'll be fit.
So in a way, it's good that you've got this free week now to maybe get some of those bodies back, as you say, Fraser Blake, Tracy as well.
I mean, we knew that George was just, if the game had been Tuesday, he probably would have been fit. He's just missed it. Fraser, I've just gone with a squad that's been doing well. So, but we fully expect definitely Fraser and George to get a full week's training, and he should be fit.
And after that, you showed loyalty to your team. I think it's 5 in 6 games you've gone unchanged. Maybe it might be slightly different in a week's time.
Yeah.